I told my girlfriend that she isn't the hot girl anymore after she told me that the only reason she dated a guy like me is because she has a kid. We were 3 years into dating when Ashley dropped this bomb on me during what started as a normal Tuesday night argument about whose turn it was to do dishes. She was complaining about how I never took her anywhere fancy anymore, how I'd gotten lazy with date nights, how all we did was stay home and watch Netflix. I pointed out that she never suggested anything either, and that's when her face changed. She put down her wine glass hard on the counter and said, "You know what? I settled for a guy like you because I have a kid, and no one else wanted to deal with that baggage. I thought you'd at least try to make me happy." For a second, I just stood there holding a dirty plate, water still running in the sink. 3 years. 3 years of me picking up her daughter Mia from soccer practice, helping with homework, meal prepping lunches, fixing things around her apartment. Being there at every school event, I'd been more of a parent to that kid than her actual dad, who sent birthday cards twice a year if she was lucky. I turned off the water, dried my hands real slow, and looked her dead in the eye. "Well, Ashley, hate to break it to you, but you're not exactly the hot girl anymore either, so I guess we're both settling." Her mouth actually dropped open. She started sputtering, trying to form words, but nothing came out at first. When she finally spoke, she was screaming about how dare I, about how she could have any guy she wanted, about how I was lucky she even gave me a chance. I just shrugged and said, "If that's true, then go get one of those guys. I'm done." She switched tactics fast, suddenly crying, saying she didn't mean it, that she was just stressed from work and her ex being difficult about child support. But I was already walking to the bedroom to grab my stuff. I'd been staying at her place 4 nights a week for the past year, had a whole drawer of clothes, toothbrush in the bathroom, my favorite coffee mug in the cabinet. Started packing it all into a duffel bag while she followed me around, apologizing and then getting mad again when the apologies weren't working. The worst part was Mia heard everything. She was supposed to be asleep but came out of her room asking why we were yelling. Ashley told her to go back to bed, but Mia looked at me with these sad eyes and asked if I was leaving. I knelt down and told her I had to go, but it wasn't her fault, that she was a great kid. She hugged me and started crying, and that almost broke me, but I couldn't stay after what Ashley said. That wasn't something you just take back. I grabbed my bag and left while Ashley was putting Mia back to bed. Went to my buddy Kevin's couch for the night because I didn't want to drive all the way back to my apartment that late. Kevin didn't ask many questions, just handed me a beer and turned on a basketball game. The next morning, I had 17 missed calls from Ashley and about 30 texts ranging from apologetic to angry to apologetic again. I didn't respond to any of them. 2 days later, she showed up at my apartment. I don't know how she got past the building door, but there she was knocking at 8 in the morning on Thursday. I opened it and she looked terrible, like she hadn't slept. She tried to push past me, but I blocked the door. She said we needed to talk, that she made a mistake, that the stress of being a single mom sometimes made her say things she didn't mean. I told her the problem wasn't that she said it, the problem was that she meant it, and finally admitted it out loud, that I wasn't going to be someone's backup plan because other guys didn't want the responsibility of a kid. She got defensive again, saying I was being dramatic, that all couples say mean things when they fight. I asked her straight up, if some hot guy with money showed up tomorrow and wanted to date you, would you pick him over me? She hesitated for like 3 seconds too long before saying, "Of course not." That hesitation told me everything I needed to know. I said, "We're done, Ashley, for real this time." She called me immature and said I was abandoning Mia just like everyone else abandons her. That was a low blow, but I didn't take the bait. I told her Mia has a mom and a dad, and it's their job to be there for her, not mine. Then I closed the door.